Welcome back to Magnificently Black, where we elevate Black excellence. Hey Jen, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. So I just want to say welcome back to Magnificently Black. Today's episode is going to be a solo episode. This is me and Jen. We coming to y'all live from Durham, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Decatur, Georgia. You know where it's greater. But Jen, how's it been? What? Tell us how everything in North Carolina's going, and just checking in.
It's going. It's starting to get warm. School's starting to let out. So, it's going to be busy around my household having a teenager in here and trying to figure out what we're going to do for the summer, I guess. What about
Nice.
you?
Not look. I haven't look what we've done. We have been to Atlanta Jazz Fest. Some things that we're trying to do this summer is try to do more festivals, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, and just try to be out in nature. So
Mm,
we've been trying to just get like out for walks and stuff like that because, like you said, it's been warming up here. It's
yeah.
about, girl, he enjoys the 80 degrees. Ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, it's going to get hot. It's going to start getting hotter. I know my daughter went out for tennis and she got back in the car like someone had just drug her down the road. It's starting to heat up. So she's like, I
Oh,
said, you're going
God.
to have to start being hydrated up in here because it's going to get
Yeah.
hot.
So does she have like conditioning and stuff during the summertime too? Or
Well, she just does private tennis, private
okay.
lessons, but she doesn't have like a conditioning type thing. But I know, in July or August, she's going to start, school ball, high school tennis. And it's
July.
super hot at that time. They have to like practice real early in the morning in order to beat that heat.
July and August, yeah, I could only imagine. I think about like when like back in the day when I was in the band, and we had like marching band practice in the summertime, and I think about like in college, they have practice in July, August. So like I
Yeah.
think about your daughter, like you said, make sure she stay hydrated, eat
Hmm.
not only just drink, as I say, water, but you have to like eat like fruits and vegetables too that have like the different minerals and stuff that you lose when you sweat. But
Yeah.
yeah,
The
so
electrolytes and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So if y'all have any plans, listeners, if y'all have any plans for the summertime, make sure not even just plans this summer, stay hydrated. And as everybody say on social media, stay hydrated and mind your business. But you want to stay, you want to stay hydrated and make sure you know how long you can stay outside because
Mm,
also that's another thing is like you can be hydrated all you want, but if you're exhausted from that heat, Jen,
yeah, for
girl,
sure.
have you ever had like heat exhaustion or anything like that, or like been outside and been like, okay, I feel sick to the point I have to come inside?
Yeah, I don't think I have. And I actually used to run a lot. I've slacked off a lot and haven't ran in a while, but I used to go out early in the morning and start out. But because I run so slow, because I am not
Mhm.
fast by any means, I would get back like around 11 o'clock and the heat would just be beaten down. I mean, I would get hot, but I've never been in a situation where I've like overheated and I had to sit down, from about to be, fainting and stuff like that because I try to keep my water up, even though I'm bad at drinking my water. I
Oh,
don't drink water all day like some people, sip on water all day and they say they've had a gallon of water. Not me. I might have about 2 glasses of water, which is bad. But I
so
could still go out there and run and not get, heat exhaustion and be about to faint. So,
oh man. And see, like with me, I feel like when I did like a 5K, I was just like, okay, I'm drinking all this water, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna
yeah.
drink it. And then like after that I did use the bathroom a lot. TMI. But anyway,
That's the thing. That's
um
the thing. I tell my husband all the time. I do, when I did runs, I would do long distance. So I would do,
mhm,
something like the Tar Heel 10 miler. And I didn't want to have to use the bathroom because, I mean,
yeah.
it's hard trying to just find a porta potty and go and stop and then keep going and get there before everything's shutting down. So, I mean, I would have little small cups of water, but I didn't want to
Mhm.
have to go to the bathroom. Like you said, for this 5K, you're running to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And when you're doing a 10 miler, because you'll be the only one left out there. You got
Yeah,
to get
and
through
see,
this thing.
and that's why when you just said something about a 10 miler, that thought that brought to my attention. A lot of people on like YouTube and social media, and not even just social media, people are getting into like the running clubs and things like that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um, and they're doing like the 5Ks, the 3Ks, 10Ks, and just marathons. So as the summer is coming back, those are definitely coming back into play because the
yeah.
weather's getting better. So you
Hmm.
do want to make sure you train for them. So like Jim was saying, like the Tar Heel run, isn't that's in the summertime, right? Because I think I remember
It's
you
in
doing that.
April. It's in
Okay.
April. Yeah.
Because I'm about to say, I know you said it was warm, but
Hmm.
y'all in y'all areas, I know previously we have talked about hobbies and stuff, but if running is one of your hobbies and you go to one of these clubs, make sure you hydrate this summer, get your
Hmm.
Gatorade,
Yeah.
and and like me and Jen said, don't do it to a point like you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't. Do
and
not.
yeah, so this summer, if you getting out there and running or just walking, because we actually
Yeah.
started walking and we walk like 3 miles a day, and it has
Yeah.
been hot, but
Yeah.
we know, hey, we gotta have this water before,
Hmm.
during, after.
Yeah.
So, and Jen, so this summer I have a question. You gonna try to like run anything, or you gonna
Oh
like
boy. Do not ask
you
me
should
that.
you should like if you have a vacation, like in the morning time, wake up and do like 2 miles or something like that. Like just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get this done for me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna try that this year because I
Okay.
I have not been consistent. And again, confession, I've picked up a lot of weight that, unnecessary weight because I'm so exhausted from coming home from work and stuff, and I'm just not active. But when I did train, I started out doing, 3 miles, and then I would go all the way up to 7 miles. So I was doing this every afternoon. In the afternoon, I would do 3 miles, but then on the weekend would be my long run, right? So
Mhm.
Saturday or Sunday, I do the long run. But I am definitely not at that point right now. So I think I'm just going to do like you guys are doing, just keeping it to walking, but being
Mhm.
consistent with it. Like that's the thing with me. I'm not consistent here lately. If I
Okay.
was consistent, I think that, I would probably lose a little bit of weight. And that's just with running. You don't have to run, right? You can
Mhm.
walk and, stay in shape.
See a
So I think I'm
difference.
going to,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to start trying to pick it back up, but I am not training for any 10 milers this year. I am not ready. It would have to be next year before I picked it up again.
Yeah, so that's one thing. 10 miles, no, but I would definitely like to work up to that. One of the things that me and Janae have seen on um like Facebook or social media or any actually just any gym membership, they have like the CrossFit I'm gonna say CrossFit events. So we were looking at doing stuff like that because with that you run in, you
Hmm.
actually have like different event. So he's running double dutch, not double dutch, double unders, all different types of events. So it's a pretty cool
Yeah.
event.
Huh.
Um, so we said we were looking to do stuff like that. So I actually used to do stuff like that when I lived in North Carolina, and I loved it.
What?
I
I didn't know
loved it,
that.
Jen. I loved it. It was really nice. It was really fun. It was really like patient. You had to be
Yeah.
patient. You had to be fit. You had to be like okay on it. Um, but yeah, so
Do you have
it,
to lift any of that, or is it just like all cardio?
it's all of it. So like you on a row machine, like I can tell you, like some of the weights were like row machines. Some were like double unders. I know one part was like we had to run. It was like a team of four. It
Hmm.
was like each person had to run like a 800 meters or 400 meters or something. It was like 2 laps around the track, and then the next person would take off. You had to do like the
Okay.
farmer's carry with like the kettlebells. You had to do kettlebell swings.
Yeah.
Pull ups was one of the exercises. Uh,
Pull ups. There's no
yeah,
way I'm doing a pull
girl,
up.
they had pull ups with like the band pull ups. Then they had
Yeah.
like curls. Um, but I remember every time I did that, I was like exhausted afterwards
Mm.
because it was just like you're trying to beat other teams. But to be honest, it wasn't trying to beat other teams. It was just trying to beat the time that you beat before because it was like
Oh,
more of a mental thing because it was just like, okay, last time our whole team got like maybe 30 minutes for this whole um event. This time we
yeah.
want to get like 25, 20 minutes. Like we want to shave like 10 minutes off. So that was one of the things we tried to do. And also it was like a ranking thing. Like each
Mm.
gym had teams, and it was kind of like a March Madness. Like you went
Oh,
against
okay.
yeah. So it was pretty cool. So that's one
Shoot,
of the
I would
things.
like to do something like that.
Yeah, they have them. They have them now. Like some actual followers. Hopefully, we can get them as some followers, likes, subscribe. We'll actually will hopefully we can subscribe to their page, but they are actually runners that are here in Atlanta and all over,
Yeah.
and they run like different 3Ks, 5Ks, and they like I said, it doesn't matter your pace. Like some
Yeah.
of them have 13-minute paces, some of them have 20-minute paces, some of them have
Hmm.
10-minute, some have so it varies. That's why when you say
Yeah.
running, I'm like, we got to
Yeah.
get that. We got to get that Jennifer. So we have to figure out
Yeah.
if we can do like one of have you ever thought about doing like the Nike Run app? We could possibly do that.
I do have the Nike Run app, and I used it whenever this guy agreed to do this 10 miler with me because none of the girls
Mhm.
were wanting to do it. They were like, I'm not doing that. So he agreed to do it with me, and we did the Nike Run app. So we
Yeah,
can
because it
see
keeps
each
you on
other's
track.
like heat map and stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. It keeps you on track. Because I
Yeah.
actually we're doing that now. So look, you should sign up for it this week. So listeners, if y'all trying to
Yeah.
get just active, we're not even just saying running, we just saying active.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yes, you can.
you can get out and walk a mile and just because as we all said, it's the summertime. We want to look good. We want to feel good. We don't want to be stressed because, Lord,
So,
stress
what
is
do
the
you
number.
think is a good motivator
Hmm.
for people to stay? Because me, again, like I said, I'll come home and say, I'm going to walk every day. And I
Hmm.
might walk 3 times out of the week, maybe even less than that.
Okay.
How do you think you can get your friends to be more active with you, you know, even if you're not in their area? What do you think? Because you can tell people all the time, oh, get the Nike app and blah, blah, blah. And then half the time when they go out and exercise, they don't even track it on their app. So, how do you
Right.
your friends like? I know for us, we have Apple Watches. We can always
Hmm.
like share. I see your activities all the time when you're doing stuff. It'll say Courtney closed all her rings, right? That's a good
Hmm.
motivator, but does it really get you up to actually walk?
So I'm going to say this. If you have a competitive spirit, yes, it will get you up to walk. I know people that are like, oh, hey, I need to close my rings. I need to close my rings. I'm going to close my rings all today. Or they put themselves against Apple. When they
Yeah.
have those monthly challenges, they say, oh,
Mhm.
I'm going to close all my rings or I'm going to meet that monthly challenge 2 weeks into the month.
Yeah.
Um, so the Apple having I'm gonna say this, having the Apple Watch does help because it gives challenges from Apple and from
Mhm.
your friends.
Yeah.
And you can see what other people are doing. So I will say this for the people out of state, and how to actually, like you said, motivate them. I think having an Apple Watch or having some type of just communication with other people that's not in your state, I'm gonna say weekly,
Yeah.
helps. I have friends that are in Maryland. I have friends that are in Virginia. I have friends in North Carolina. I have friends like all on the East Coast. I have family members and everything. And it's like everybody has an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
So, like when we're finishing workouts, it's just like, okay, like, let me send a message. Like, let me send this real
Yeah.
quick to give them that motivation. And then, like, one thing I'll do is, like, if you have an Apple Watch and we friends, I'm going to send you a competition. And if you know me,
I can get one.
we can compete because I'm going to tell you this. I am going to compete. Like right now, I am in a Nike Run app. Not, I'm in a Nike. I'm using the Nike Run app, but I'm in a group for my sorority,
Oh.
and we are doing a. Last month we did 20 miles
Hmm.
for the month of May. This
Yeah.
week, this not this week, but the month of June, we're doing 21 miles. So it is like, hey,
I see.
whoever,
That's a good motivator right there. Like,
yeah.
but the thing about it is that you have your sorority. What about somebody who doesn't have a sorority and they don't have friends that are active?
Well,
Then
if you
you
don't
have to
have
motivate
friends,
yourself.
you do. You do. I'm not gonna lie. You do. Sometimes you do have to motivate yourself. You have to go to the gym. And sometimes you have to, as I say, you have to want it within to know that, hey, you know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna tell a story. You know what got me? And I was just like, yeah, I had a shirt that I know that I used to could fit, and the shirt didn't
Mhm.
fit no more. And that was
Oh,
motivation for me because I was
okay.
just like, yeah, uh-uh. First of
It's
all, I paid
time.
too much money for that shirt.
Oh,
So
it's a designer shirt. That's why.
so it's just like sometimes I think of stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, this shirt is really, or it's either I paid a lot for it, or it's a really nice shirt and I really like it, or it's something like, okay, like say we went to Mexico. It's a shirt that we got from Mexico and I can't fit it no more, but I can fit it
Yeah.
in Mexico. I need to
Yeah.
run that weight back. I need
Yeah.
to
I need to
take some
run it back.
carbs back. I need to
Okay.
drink some more water, do
Mhm.
cardio. Not even just cardio. Strength training is really good too.
Yeah, that's one thing I struggle with strength. I don't have a lot of like doing stuff like push-ups and sit-ups, and I'm terrible at it. I People are like, "Oh, work on your core," and I'm like, I hate
Yeah.
doing abs. I just don't want to do them.
Yeah, they as
Plus,
they
I don't
say.
think I'm ever going to have any abs anytime soon anyway, no matter how many sit-ups and push-ups I do.
And see, the thing is like they'll just say, "Oh, your strength comes from your core and your back. You want to make sure you work your core and your back." And I'm just like, okay.
Mm, yeah,
So we just go to the gym. We do pack core. We do the sauna. The sauna is really good for people. If y'all have y'all gym, you could go to the sauna or like a steam room or something like that. It helps
yeah.
clean your pore out. You see the skin? That skin
Yep.
glowing. But yeah.
Keep my
Um,
glow up.
but that's
Oh,
one
no.
thing that is really good. So I would definitely say like try to work out more, drink
Yeah.
water, eat your fruits and vegetables,
Mm,
because it does help. It does make you feel better. It makes and it like I don't know, but that it's just like that's why I said my friends that are out of state, I do
yeah.
compete. So I will be sending some. If you are my friend, watch out for
I
some.
ain't saying no compete, but let me tell you, I would lose right now because I'm really lazy. But this conversation tonight is gonna make me go in here and get on my treadmill tonight
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
go to bed, because I find sometimes too working out it helps with sleep. I feel so much
Hmm.
like I dread getting on, but after I get on, or if I go outside and do something, I feel so much better when I get back. It's just something
Yeah,
about
because it's like studies have shown that like even just doing like they say doing a walk, doing a run, it helps your endorphins. It helps with the
it. Yeah.
cortisol levels, meaning that
Mhm.
it basically helps with balancing that anxiety, that stress
Yeah.
levels, and everything. So a lot of people recommend walking and running. Just put headphones on, and I would
Yeah.
say if it's 20 minutes, do it for 20 minutes. But like
Mhm.
as they say, you have to get started somewhere.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, I have been doing. I'm not even going to hold you, listeners. Listeners, listen up. I've been doing 2 a days. And when I
A
say
day?
yes,
4 days?
2 a days, like work out 2 times a day.
Oh,
Yesterday, yes,
is that like the 75 hard? They say what?
yeah, I
Okay,
think
okay.
I think so. And I'm gonna tell you now, I be tired. It's good,
Yeah,
but
it's hard to get to work at. That means I have to get up early. Now I already get up early, which means because I usually try to be at work by 7, that means I would have to really be up at like 5 a.m. But then
yeah.
when I get home, I'm not sure that I would work out again.
And see, that's the thing is like what I it's like sometimes like reading stuff like has really helped me be like, yeah, I want to work out more or seeing things on like I'm gonna say maybe like I'm not even gonna hold you like on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, IG, all of those platforms. Sometimes
Hmm.
seeing some of those videos of people working out inspires me to work out. So
Yeah,
sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm seeing this person actually in the gym doing their weights. Why can't I get out there and do my 45 minute. I do a 45 minute cardio workout, and then like this morning I came home and did strength training. Okay, but the strength training I did a kettlebell and then like just body work. When you do
yeah,
body work, it's easy. You don't need no weight, no nothing. So like
yeah.
when you said the treadmill, I'm like, Jen, Go
Get over
go get
that.
on that.
Yeah, no
It's in
excuse.
the house. It's in the
It's
house.
it's just being lazy. I tell you, sometimes your job will stress you to the max and have your brain just thinking, all I want to do is watch this TV and eat.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
consistency. But having this conversation tonight, I'm serious, is going to make me go in here and do that. Plus, I have
Yeah.
lower back pain too. And someone said if you walk backwards, it helps with lower back pain. So I might
It
even try that
does.
after I finish. But yeah, I think I can just put my headset on, maybe put a podcast on, or do some. I have Apple Fitness. I have really no excuse to not be working out. It's
Cause
just pure.
it, cause like when you said that, I'm like, I feel like the motivation does sometimes have to come like without like help from friends and family too.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, definitely reach out to your friends and family. Just be like, hey, did you work out today? Hey, or you could start a work walking group with your family and just have
Hmm.
a chat to be like, hey, y'all walk today? Let's get these
Yeah.
miles in. But like when you said the tonight's conversation, I'm just like, yeah, because as I say, we have to do it for ourselves. We have to do it for ourselves, our families, and friends, because it's also like that job gonna be there. You
Yeah.
know, it's not
Hmm.
like we can't let these jobs stress us out to the point, as I said, we crashing out because
Yeah.
we can't let our health crash out to the point we are stressed out, we having headaches, we as I say, you
Hmm.
gaining weight, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to sit here and watch TV. No,
Hmm.
you can watch TV on a treadmill, you know.
I could. I could. It feels better
So
to just sit and watch it, sit, watch it, eat, and, and eat food. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm gonna get
but
back. Every week I say, oh, I'm gonna start on Monday. Monday
yeah,
comes and goes. But
I
today
get it.
is Wednesday, right? I guess I need to go
Yeah,
ahead and like maybe start tonight because tomorrow's gonna be stressful for me.
yeah,
So I'm not going in early tomorrow, listeners. I'm gonna, you know, do my stuff tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go get on the
yeah,
treadmill before I go to work
yeah.
and get
Like one of my coworkers and I said I have taken like as you have as I have grown and gone through different organizations, whatever science based business analyst, project manager, whatever, what have you. I have taken everything from different jobs and been like, okay, this is what I would want my, as I say, work life balance to look like. But there is someone that I work with. And when she actually broke down her schedule, I was just like, they respect her so much.
yeah,
So she works out and she actually has meetings and everything. She says, I can't have meetings between 6 and 8 o'clock a.m. because that is the time I'm commuting and I go to the gym.
yeah.
She doesn't have meetings between those 2 hours. She gets to work, she
Hmm.
does her work, she goes to lunch. She actually says on her calendar, it has
Hmm.
lunchtime, do not disturb for an hour.
Yeah.
She comes
Hmm.
back, She does what she needs to do. She leaves, but she always leaves at 5 o'clock, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That she even said, I remember one time I talked to her and she was like, if you let this job define you by a time, like let them pick what time you're going to be there. She said, you're going to be there 24 hours. And she
Yeah.
was just like, so you have to make your own schedule and not even just make your own schedule, know what works for you. And if they don't respect it, they don't respect you as a employee. And
Yeah.
that's how you know that's not where you need to be.
Yeah. And
So,
my husband told me that a while back. I think I had a job where I was working from home full time,
mhm,
and they would have meetings all day long. It would be lunchtime. They'd set a meeting or have you jump in a meeting at lunchtime. And so my husband was just like, you have to start blocking off stuff on your calendar so no one
mhm,
can contact. And I told him one time, I was like, I could block off something and someone will message me and ask me why I'm not in that meeting, even though I have blocked out that I'm in lunch. So you
mm,
do have to right up front, have boundaries or figure out how to work around it because you will get drug into like all day
mhm,
meetings. And I find myself sometimes not getting lunch for certain
yeah,
things, but when you're working, in a laboratory, it's kind of hard, right? To like,
mhm,
of course, I put myself busy when I'm in the lab. So if people are asking me questions during the day, they know that I'm in there. But that's not my personal time. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's work time. So I
yeah,
should be able to do the same when I come out, is block that off and say do not disturb. But I respect the fact that
mhm,
people can mark their calendar based off of their personal time,
mhm,
right? I'm not doing
yeah,
this from 8 to 10. I gotta
yeah,
respect that. I mean, you gotta come right out the gate and say that, right?
mhm,
Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people will, allow those disruptions, in
mhm,
that time, thinking I have to, I have to, right? Well, you
yeah,
really don't have to.
yeah, because that's what she even said. She was just like, a lot of times you want to have these meetings, but it's just like things can wait. They don't have to happen right
Yeah.
now. The fact that we're having this meeting
Mm-hmm.
today, you can schedule that at any time. And to
Yeah.
be honest, most projects not gonna happen right away. Most
Mm-hmm.
actions at work don't happen right away. There, as they say, there are chains of commands that's going to happen. It's just when you discuss it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why when you said, listeners, we're gonna, as I said, de-stress, release, and we're gonna shake it out and try
Mm-hmm.
to work out a little bit more and don't let us have crash outs this summer. As
Mm-hmm.
take your vacation, take your PTO. If you need
Yeah.
some days, take it. If you need to just go to the beach for a weekend, go to the beach.
Yeah.
We yeah, do what you need to do for you and yours. That's where I'm like, at summertime, it I love the summer. I am a summer baby. Hey, hey, July 7th birthday. Hey listeners, just saying, our birthdays. Yeah, Jen's birthday just passed in May. But yeah,
uh,
my birthday's coming up July 7th. I'm a Cancer. Woo woo, gang gang. But yeah.
uh,
But yeah, listeners. So we just want to say thank you for joining us, and we are happy to have some episodes coming up. Some of the episodes we have coming up, we'll have like nail techs. We'll have like people that make cakes. I actually had this great cake, Jen, and I was just like, yeah, I was going to see if we could get the person that baked the cake. So
yeah.
Danae's birthday was May 13th.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cake made for her birthday. It was a cheesecake cake. It was
Oh.
raspberry cheesecake, Jim. When I tell you that cake, look, listeners, if y'all could, oh, that cake was so good.
Where do you
But
get it from?
it's one of the bakers that's here in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the name of of the woman that bakes it. But when I
Mm-hmm.
tell you that cake was great, it was good.
Yeah.
Um, and so I would like to have her on the show. So maybe we get her on the show. So listeners, if you see her, we're gonna tag her. We're gonna get some people on this show. We're gonna get this
Yeah.
podcast growing. We're gonna market it. We're gonna try to get, if you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe. We would really like to grow our subscribers. And yeah, we are. It's Jen and Court. Why not? Let us grow. Help us
Exactly.
grow. Make black businesses grow. Make black entertainment grow. Just help us help you. But
And just
we
have
just
some healthy conversations as well.
right healthy, educated conversations that let everybody know like what you are, what you do, where you're
Mhm.
located. We're just here to elevate everybody
Yep.
black. But but some of the other episodes we have coming up, we're actually gonna have a a guy from my fraternity. He's gonna come on and just talk to us about like just being healthy and being a black man and how important like mental health is and just how being a black man is. He's just going to come and talk to us and it's just going to be a vibe. We have other episodes where me and Jen are actually supposed to be meeting up this summer when I'm actually going to Norfolk. um we have some episodes in Norfolk, so we may have some other guests on the show.
Yep.
It's endless, you know?
Yep.
We're just out here living the dream, living the world. So, Jen, you have any last words before we wrap it up and and send it to the world?
I just say, again, we're all about good mental health here. Just,
Mhm.
keep yourself sane. Don't let work drive you to the point to where you're not having fun, right? So you can do both. You can work and you can still have fun. And I just say, take some time to yourself, relax, listen to our podcast. That'll help you relax, and exercise.
Yes, I love that. So, with that, I just want to say thank you, listeners. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on Apple. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on YouTube, live and in action. So this summer for 2025, we just want to make sure you have fun. You want to live. You want to breathe. And like Jen
Yes.
said, you can work and work out, but don't let work get you stressed out to the point you crashing out. So we can
Hmm.
with that, we're gonna say peace, love, and
Peace.
see you later.